So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action now. Prescott.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, opening drive interception.
There's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. We know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. And let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 38, Cousins.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now Cousins on 4th down.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Some consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
James Lynch
gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Draw play, Cousins to Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And they'll get this well past midfield and stop just midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, 1st down. Cousins. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott on play action. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense can be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
4th down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cousins on 3rd and 2.
Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about it.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They bring the man off the corner at a time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't put it.
I help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. It seems like every pass is also contested well, so get some credit to the defense.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Prescott to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And now here's another interception.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Fourth down, Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 16, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second down and goal. Cousins. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted it.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
First down. Here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for the freaking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 34 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about...
The Vikings after him, and they get their